So each of you will get a pattern, and you've got to keep these two patterns together, where it says pattern A, 1A of 6. This is just saying that there's 6 patterns, and this is 1B. These two go together. Whenever you're working and building this product, you got to keep these two patterns together because they're trued together. All right. So, and then the other thing that's important is this little dot right here and this little dot have to match when you're lining things up. So, all right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the lining piece. So you have a 12.5 by 12.5 square. You're going to fold this in half like this, match your edges, and you're going to find center. You're going to take your little snips and do a tiny little cut like this on the end. You'll go to the other side, fold it in half, match your edges. These are very important so that everything stays centered. You're going to make tiny little cuts. Don't go really big. When I open it up, you'll see. Do you see how tiny that is? That's how big you should make your cuts. Then you're going to fold it in half again on the other side, match your edges, and do another small little cut like this. And then match these edges. And what this is going to do is when you lay your pattern pieces out, this is going to be your markers to help you get everything centered. And if you look at the pattern, these little notches, you're going to line those up on these little cuts that you did. So that's real important to do that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to install the male snap on the lining. So you're going to take your pattern piece here and you're going to line up your little cut notches up here and line up all of your edges like that. And then here is your marker for the male snap. And you're going to do here, I'm hoping this will mark there. So I'm going to do here. See if that marked it. Yeah, it did. Okay. So that is the marker for the male snap. Then you're going to take this one here, and I'm going to put that in the center where that, see, can you get that angle there? And I'm going to go and I'm going to mark the little this and mark here. And I'm just doing a little tiny little mark like that. Then I'm going to take my little scissors. Don't make these cuts really big because you'll see it. So you're just going to make a tiny little slit, just a little slip like that. And then this piece goes in your little cuts like that. Then you take the backing, this little metal backing piece, and you put that over, and then flip it over, and then you're going to press these prongs down like this. And now your male snap is installed for that. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make the inside pocket. You have a piece that's a rectangle in your packet that I gave you. You're going to fold right sides together, which is hard to tell what's the right and wrong side, so just pick a side. And you're going to sew on the seam. We're going to leave a hole. We're going to make sure you have the fold here, the two edges here. We're going to leave probably, just estimate, a 2-finger hole here. And I'm going to put the edge of the fabric to the edge of the foot, and I'm going to stitch around to make the pocket. Make sure you back stitch so it doesn't pull out. The other trick, I don't know if y'all figured this out yet, but the inside U here, if I sew and I put the edge of this fabric right on that inside U, that's where I need to stop and make my turn. So I'm putting the needle down into the fabric, lift up, and see, it's like perfect. So that's a little trick if you haven't figured that out already. And I'm going to sew all the way down and back stitch. And then here, clip this, and then I'll do the other side. So I'm going to go here, edge of the foot to the edge of the fabric, take a couple stitches, back stitch, and hand wheel it till you get to right there, flip it, turn it, and then take a couple stitches and back stitch. Now, the next thing is, if you clip these corners like this, that'll reduce the bulk. So it makes it easy. And you could do a little clip right here too, and a clip right here. And then you're gonna turn that right side out. Actually, if you go to the iron and you press this back like this, or you can finger press it and fold it back here, finger press that, then those edges will go in nicely. Then you're gonna turn that right side out. And then this tool that I gave y'all this year, it's a great tool for flipping. Is this tool right here. So it turns out your stuff very nicely. And you can just poke that through like this. Very nice. And just make sure you find that. Okay, and then once I get this flipped and turned, then I'm going to go to the iron and give it a good press. So make sure your edges all get turned out, and then you're going to go and press this.